So my journey with the keyboard started at the tender age of 7. My very first keyboard being a Christmas gift from my parents with the promise of lessons. Lessons that never came. But that didn't stop me. I would play the keyboard every day for years. However, getting no better than the day before because I didn't know what I was doing. But that changed around the ages of 11 to 12. You see, the keyboard that they bought me, it was one of those Yamaha keyboards with the speakers built in. So it had a bunch of songs pre-recorded in its internal memory. And I still remember the songs. It had popular songs like Jamiroquai, Virtual Insanity. But it also had classical joints like Fur Elise and Moonlight Sonata. And I learned all of these, and not by ear. You see, the keyboard had one of those little tiny screens that would show you what notes were being played when you were listening to the song. And I'd study the screen, learning a few notes at a time, playing them on the keyboard, and then going again to learn the next few notes, and again and again. There was no pause button, no rewind button, and certainly no forward button. So I had to watch it from the beginning every single time. But this repetition helped me to learn the songs. And passively, I was learning new chords. I was improving my dexterity with my fingers, and I was training my ear all whilst having fun. So it was interesting to me when Melodics reached out and asked me to check out their software, because when I did, it took me right back to how I started on the keyboard. Only this time having access to a pause button, information on the correct fingering, and instant feedback to let me know how I'm doing. Melodics is an app for Windows, Mac, and iPad that helps you to learn to play musical instruments, specifically the keyboard or pad controllers like the Machine or Machina, and electronic drum kits, which I don't have. All of these instrument types can be connected to a computer or an iPad via USB, allowing for Melodics to monitor our input and provide instant and meaningful feedback. So Melodics is broken down into 4 sections, and we'll get onto each section in a bit, but we're going to start with lessons, as that's where I started when I was checking out the app before agreeing to do this video. And so I tried a few of the first lessons, and as you can see, I scored a perfect on all 3 that I did. But of course, this is grade 1, so you're starting with the very basics, and that's how it should be. Each lesson focuses on a different aspect of playing, be it rhythm, melody, or intervals, with later lessons introducing new themes like chords, chord inversions, scales, and arpeggios, to mention a few. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Today I want to stick to grade 1 and show you how the lessons are structured. So let's do a lesson on melody and with the genre of R&B. You know me, has to be R&B, man. So each lesson is broken down into multiple steps, making it easier to digest. With each step, Melodics will give you a preview to hear how it sounds and show you what notes to play. It also indicates which fingers it suggests you use, which I think is fantastic because I don't know what they told you. I really don't know what they told you, my friend, but practice does not make perfect. That's a lie. Good practice makes perfect, and using the correct fingers or having your hands in the right positions or good positions is part of good practice when it comes to playing the keyboard. During this time, we're able to practice along with the preview or practice on our own before jumping onto the performance where Melodics will grade us. Okay, so let's nail this. Wait, you're not a robot. That was totally flawless. I know. Maybe you're half human, half metronome. I've been playing keys for years, so if I didn't get a perfect grade on grade 1, I would be worried. But even still, that instant feedback is very gratifying. You see, I'm smiling because it almost becomes a game. and I'm itching for the next level. I'm itching to ace that next level. So straight after the lesson, we get a bit of feedback showing us how we performed, if we were early on some notes, if we were late, if we misplayed some notes, or if we were perfect. From here, we can decide whether we want to go back and try again on the same lesson, if we want to move on to the next one, or if we want to favorite this lesson to come back at another time. So we got perfect scores, so I think we're cool to move on and jump on to the next one. Great, so, we leveled up. A perfect performance on your final step, you've gone platinum. An incredible achievement, congratulations, thank you. So once we finish the complete lesson, we get our overall feedback once again. We can see we passed each of the lessons, but we also get a new option called memory. Add another level of challenge with the memory option. As you play perfect notes, the arrangement will fade out and you'll need to have internalized the music to do well, which I think is cool because as you progress with Melodics, you'll be learning new songs, especially as you get onto the more advanced lessons. And these are songs that if you do internalize, if you do practice enough, you'll be able to play outside of Melodics, which I think obviously is very important. Playground is another mode which allows you to just jam along to the song that we were just learning. As it says, there are no rules and no scoring. Jam the scale and chords, be creative. So let's have a little go. And that's our first lesson done. From here, we can simply move on to the next one in grade 1, or if we thought it was too easy or know that stuff already, move on to a grade that you think is more suitable, or we could take one of Melodics' many courses. There's a course on R&B keys, which I'm quite interested in taking, and a couple of jazz courses, which have also piqued my interest. Or if that all sounds a bit too overwhelming, like there's so much going on, and you lack a more structured approach to your learning, then there's guided, which will take you through step by step and is probably where you want to start if you're just starting out on the keyboard. Alright, so that's our daily goal complete. Those of you with a keen eye would have noticed the Your Playtime today filling up as we worked on our lesson. Melodics only wants you to commit to 5 minutes a day, a tiny commitment, but one it motivates you to stick with streaks. Streaks show you how consistent you've been in practicing a minimum of 5 minutes a day. The first streak you'll reach is a 3-day streak, then 5, then 7, 10. I'm about to go for a 30-day streak. I'm not sure if there is a 30-day streak, but I'm sure there probably is a 30-day streak. But that's what I'm going to try and do. Now I'm accountable to all of you guys that I'm going to do a 30-day streak on Melodics. I feel that I've stagnated a little bit in recent years when it comes to my playing. So I want to see if and how Melodics can get me learning again and improving my playing. I'll be documenting the 30 days and bringing you additional videos on Melodics in between. So if you want to jump on the same journey as me, Melodics is free to get started, but they have also hooked me up with a promo code with a special offer for you guys, which you can find down in the description below. If you like this type of content and want to join me on this journey, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I've been Stefan, and as always, happy beat making.